Let us begin this, shall we?
Here we are, right outside her place.
Yes.
Still remember the first time we came here?
Oh.
We even brought offerings and everything.
Oh, I do.
And when we told her that Rex Lapis had been assassinated, she immediately threatened to squash Liyue Harbor.
Yep.
Paimon thought she'd be impossible to get along with.
It's kind of scary.
But now that we've spent some more time together, she's really not like that at all. We probably don't need to bring any offerings now that we've gotten to know her pretty well, right? Still, Paimon's got some snacks around here somewhere, so if she really wants something, we can just use that.
Yeah, maybe some cooked bird.
Traveler, did something catch your eye?
Wow, I don't think we've ever seen her before.
Whoa, what a pretty lady.
Oh, the little
She's
animals.
also here to visit Cloud Retainer?
Seems like she could also be a powerful adeptus.
Yeah, you're right. All it takes is one look and you can tell she's someone special.
5-star design.
Expected of that bird lady, really. She must have a whole bunch of Adepti friends from all over the country. Okay,
True.
if we're both friends of Cloud Retainer, then we're basically friends by association, right? Want to go up to her and say hello?
I'll leave the introductions to you.
Helping you make more connections is a part of Paimon's job as your reliable guide. Paimon's got this.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
Hello.
Are you good?
Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler.
Why are you talking like that?
Paimon doesn't think we've met, but we're also friends of Cloud Retainer. May we have the pleasure of learning your name, Madam Adeptus?
You two... What is this tomfoolery? Has the shift in form so clouded your eyes that you no longer recognize one anymore?
Recognize the voice.
You're...
Cloud Retainer?
Huh? You're the illuminated bird? But you look... human. How did that happen?
Oh, donning human form is scarcely any test of one's abilities. As for your confusion, one merely had no reason to indulge such inclinations before.
Oh my god.
So,
Your vocabulary is so
you're indulging
much.
now because...
Well, one has made plans to pay a visit to some disciples at Liyue Harbor.
Ooh.
Taking on a human form for such a trip is simply a way to make matters less conspicuous.
You? Worrying about keeping a low profile? You're the one who likes to pop up out of nowhere all over the place. In fact, Paimon can think of several examples. Like last year, when you suddenly appeared on the top of a roof without any warning. Or...
She's got a good point. Feels like Cloud Retainer has her reasons, but doesn't want to discuss them too openly. Paimon brought some gifts.
Hey, didn't we agree not to bring that up unless she asked?
You should give her a sweet madame.
Oh? So you have taken care to follow the proper rules of etiquette after all. Most commendable.
Do you think if Cloud Retainer ate sweet madame, would that be cannibalism? Cloud Retainer tries, but fails to look indifferent as Paimon begrudgingly takes out her snacks.
Well, this is all Paimon's got. You don't mind, right?
One has never found oneself lacking in basic comforts. On the contrary, it is the gesture that one values above all else. So long as you've shown proper respect and consideration, the quantity or quality of the gift is but a trivial matter.
No, because it's chicken, not crane. Well, yeah, but I feel like that's like saying it wouldn't be cannibalism for like a human to eat I was going to say like an old man, I guess, but it's not the same.
That kind of makes Paimon feel a little guilty for trying to keep them for herself.
True.
Anyway, where were we before you reminded Paimon about the gifts?
Cloud Retainer said that she's going to visit some of her disciples.
Ah, right. So by disciples, you must mean Ganyu and Shenhe. It's also been a while since we last saw them. Maybe we can come too.
One planned to extend the invitation even if you had not raised the matter yourself. Shenhe and Ganyu should be quite pleased to see you again.
I want to see Shenhe again.
However, one would first inquire as to the reason behind your visit here. You have cause to seek one's company?
No reason in particular.
Yeah, we
Just being nosy.
found ourselves missing you and wanted to see how you were doing. We were hoping you'd tell us one of your stories. Who knew we'd run into your human form while we were at it?
Is that so? If there are no urgent matters at hand, then let us make haste for Liyue Harbor. Ganyu is likely still working at Yuehai Pavilion, so that shall be our first stop.
Nice.
That's great! Then let's all go to Liyue
Let's do it.
Ganyu has been quite busy with work as of late.
Yeah?
One can count on one talon the number of times she returns to Mount Outsong each year. Xianyun has also secured employment recently. In her correspondence with me, she wrote that she shall have no need to return for the foreseeable future.
Hmm.
Did they think one was so easily mollified? One shall investigate everything with one's own eyes and decide for oneself if there.
Nice. I really want to see what this is. An elegantly assembled mysterious mechanism. For some reason, it's hard to keep your eyes off of it. It appears to be one of Cloud Retainer's new inventions, but it's hard to tell what it could be used for. Oh. Sorry, she was fucking yapping, dude. She's a yapper. One should shut up with Yoda talk. Oh no. Get some patience. No, I have patience. I just didn't want to have patience right there. She yapping. She really do be yapping. I can see where Zhongli got it from. Or maybe she got it from Zhongli. I don't know. Oh. She's so dead.
We're almost at Way High Pavilion. Hey, do you think Ganyu will be shocked to see Cloud Retainer like this?
She's so dead.
Guess we have no idea if Genoa and Ganyu have ever seen her in this form before. Wait, where did she go?
I wasn't paying attention. She didn't come with us. Oh.
Why are you just standing there, Cloud Retainer?
Quietly now. One shall stay here. You two can go and meet with her.
You just want to watch from a distance?
Isn't it better if we all go together?
If one were to proudly proclaim one's presence, Ganyu would surely profess herself otherwise unoccupied and drop everything to attend to one's visit. One fears that would only result in her staying up all night to make up for lost time. One does not wish to trouble her. Conversing vicariously via you two shall suffice. Do remember to inquire as to her recent well-being. Again, do not mention one's presence here.
Fair enough. Makes sense.
I see her.
All right, then. We'll just pass on your regards and...
She's up there. And what, Paimon?
Cloud Retainer?
Oh, God. Oh, she's already seen the human form. Oh, yeah, of course she has.
Busted.
Uh-oh.
Is that lady someone you know, Ms. Ganyu? She is indeed. I'm sorry, Huixin, but could we delay the upcoming meeting for a little bit?
She knows her so well.
I believe my schedule today is quite full. Although, perhaps I could move some work to later in the evening.
Oh, not to worry, Miss Ganyu.
Yeah.
I'll make the necessary arrangements.
She knows her too well, dude.
Thank you, Huixin.
Huixin. Well, hello, Cloud Retainer, or Mama.
It's been a while, Ganyu.
Greetings. What
Hi.
brings you here today? And Cloud Retainer, too. It's been quite some time since I last saw you in this form.
You are quite mistaken. One is not acquainted
my
with
God.
this Cloud Retainer of whom you speak.
Low profile,
One is simply
Ganyu.
A mere mortal passerby.
Low
She's
profile.
not buying it.
Ganyu saw right through. Oh, she's actually just trying to lie? Is she for real? Look at her.
That was but a simple test. One did not expect you to be able to recognize one so easily, especially after so many years of only seeing one's other form.
Ganyu looks totally bewildered. She's thinking, why wouldn't I recognize you? I used to see you every day. How bad do you think my memory is?
But recognizing you is, my responsibility as your disciple.
An apt observation.
Yeah.
One was simply passing by while attending to some important business. One thought it would only be fitting to pay you a visit while in the area.
Wait, Paimon wasn't aware of any important... Cloud Retainer's right. We've still got something super important to do.
Yep, go see
so
Shenhe.
we can't stay here for too long today.
Oh, is that so? But it's been so long since we last saw each other.
One simply desired to see you and had no intention of interrupting your work. A quick conversation should suffice for today. A more involved reunion should wait until you find yourself less occupied.
Understandable.
I understand. That should be fine.
While one acknowledges the
Oh my
amount of
God.
work that you have to deal with every day, one must also remind you to rest. Though Adepti blood flows through your veins, excessive exhaustion will still cause grave harm to your body.
That's a life lesson everybody could learn from.
Still makes one nostalgic to see you as you are now, respected and independent. When you were young, you oft begged one to cuddle you to sleep and you suffered from nightmares.
I mean, I think half my chat would also beg Cloud Retainer to cuddle them to sleep as well, to be honest.
Cloud Retainer, stop!
If you insist. We are running short on time regardless, so one will refrain from going into each and every story. Why don't you continue your conversation? One shall simply stand by and listen.
Nice. You discussed some of your recent adventures with Xianyun.
Wow, you've been to so many new places since the last time we spoke.
Oh, we have.
If you ever need anything, please just come find me at High Pavilion. Also, forgive me for my presumptuousness, Cloud Retainer, but if you plan to continue appearing in this form, don't you think it'd be helpful to adopt a human name?
I assumed she had one already.
Human name? Huh. You raise a valid point. Considering the sheer extent of one's renown, Cloud Retainer is surely too recognizable as a name.
You should call yourself Zhongli.
You really think so? Not that you're not famous or anything, but
She's pretty famous.
that famous?
You presume to know the extent of one's illustrious achievements. One would hardly think such a thing to be possible.
Oh.
Nevertheless, Ganyu's advice cannot be ignored. From this point on, when in public occasions, be sure to refer to one as Xianyun.
Xianyun.
Xianyun?
I
Xianyun.
assume that's a reference to the full record of Pristine Pavilion. An adeptus of years past would rise with the clouds and rest with the moon. They were enlightened and wise, free and unfettered. The writer referenced Master's name to describe her carefree and spontaneous nature.
Oh, that
Nice.
sounds super cool!
That is pretty cool,
Feels
actually.
Like only the most powerful of Adepti could rise with the clouds and rest with the moon.
Actually, those lines were originally written to describe
Oh.
Cloud Retainer herself.
She took back the name.
Wait, so you're really that powerful?
And what of it? Did you truly take one to be nothing more than a bird of bigger than average size?
Not exactly.
That's totally what Paimon had in mind.
To be fair, Cloud Retainer rarely speaks of her past accomplishments. The tales of her past can only be found in ancient texts.
I can't be the only one that wants to see the other Adepti, especially Mountain Shaper, in human form now, right?
It is said that once, a long, long time ago, there was a severe drought in Liyue. Left with no choice, many people left their homes, while others spent day and night praying to the Adepti. Although I did not live through such tragedy, simply reading about it is enough to gain a visceral understanding of all the pain and desperation during that time. On top of the drought, a noxious gas also began to spread through the land. If not for Cloud Retainer's efforts, much of Liyue would be nothing more than a barren wasteland today. The books had this to say about what happened. Upon arrival, the Adeptus borrowed the wind to retain the clouds.
Cloud Retainer.
Immediately, the clouds gathered together, and abundant rain burst forth from the heavens. Drought and plague were both driven away, and the people were saved.
Huh. Interesting.
Wow. That's incredible!
Mortal records add embellishments to dramatize past events.
Of course.
One did merely with one ought. And even if one had not interceded, the other Adepti would surely have stepped in to help.
Crazy. Mortal records add embellishments to dramatize past events. Be really cool if we could just relive past events so we could see what happened for ourselves, right?
Even so, you stopped an entire drought! Can you really control the weather like the book said? Oh, Paimon suddenly has a lot more respect for you. So it was Paimon's bad for calling you Illuminated Bird before.
I mean, she kind of still is.
Too mad. Are you?
How laughable. A name is but a simple label we carry with us on our journey through the world. Why would one be offended by such a trivial matter?
That's a relief.
Yep.
In that case, Paimon will continue to call you whatever feels right in the moment.
Well, that is quite enough ancient history for now. Ganyu, have you had word from Shenhe? One has heard that she procured a job recently. Have you
She'd
any
be
thoughts
working
on her
hard.
workplace?
Or hardly
And
working.
what, pray tell, of her monthly remuneration? Moreover, does she find herself overly inundated with work?
Oh my god.
Is she allowed time off during Lantern Rite?
Probably.
That is a lot of questions.
There is no cause for concern, Cloud Retainer. I introduced Shenhe to her employer personally.
Who is she working for?
Wanmin Restaurant's business has been booming.
Dude, I was gonna
recently.
say, is it Chef
So
Mao?
with Chef Mao being swamped with customers, and Xiangling still off and out in search of new recipes, I introduced Shenhe to staff the restaurant.
I see. Most excellent indeed. One has had the pleasure of being introduced to that family. Xiangling is
Xiangling!
kind and astute, while her father is loyal and reliable. One has no cause to believe that they will make Shenhe's work difficult. Now, it is almost time to partake in the victuals of noon.
The
One
what?
shall visit Wanmin Restaurant in person and see
Victuals?
how Shenhe is doing.
Huh? But didn't you just say that you had something important to do?
Can that wait until after we've eaten?
Bro, maybe they're trying to make Grover into the stove god again by lifting a huge massive boulder and with Shenhe and creating a huge massive stove for him.
You may return to your work, on you. One shall see to this matter on one's own. There will be many an occasion to dine together in the future. One is certain the opportunity shall present itself most readily.
Of course, Cloud Retainer. Please take care. Traveler, Paimon, I'll see you some other time.
Alright, bye.
See you around, Ganyu!
See you later.
Whew. Paimon was pretty quick on the uptake there, don't you think?
Yeah.
As soon as you mentioned important business to attend to, Paimon realized that you were just looking to cut the conversation short and not take too much of Ganyu's time. Is Paimon right?
No,
Oh.
in fact, it was not
Oh.
an excuse. One is indeed visiting Liyue Harbor for an important purpose.
Wait, for real?
The moment is not yet upon us. Still, the truth will be revealed to you in time.
She really seems to be playing up the whole mysterious Adeptus thing right now. Is it because we just heard that cool story
Bro,
about her powers?
you two together are fucking insane. Holy shit, both of you. Yap, yap, yap. God damn. I feel like Cloud Retaina's amplifying Paimon's yapping and Paimon's amplifying Cloud Retaina's yapping. It's the yappening. It's cute though.
You get what I'm saying, right?
What?
How can I not? Not even fine food is enough to distract from the presence of a fine lady, eh?
Oh, they're down bad for Shenhe.
Oh, I'm far more interested in getting her details than ordering any dishes. Hey, how about you ask her?
Jesus Christ.
You do it. No. I think you should. Wait, she's coming.
What can I get for you today?
Greetings, miss. I was just wondering if you'd be willing to...
Willing to what?
What would you like to order?
Nice. Straight to the point.
2 servings of more meat to go. Good chat. Bye.
Jesus fucking Christ. Oh. Hi, Shenhe. Best character.
Welcome.
One of the best
Been a
characters.
while. May I take your order?
What? No.
Welcome us as guests and greet us as old friends in the same line. It's weird.
It's been a while, Shenhe.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean?
And this is?
This is Miss Xianyun.
This is your mother.
Master?
Yes. Wait, how the fuck did you know?
One does not recall ever revealing this form to you before. How were you able to ascertain one's true identity with such ease?
I've trained and lived with Master for more than 10 years. I would recognize you no matter what form you take.
You...
Oh.
Is something the matter, Master?
Hardly. One simply learned of your employment from your letter and came to check on your well-being.
Wait, that was so cute. You can keep yapping. It's fine.
And check out the great food, too.
Indeed. It's almost lunchtime. My apologies. I'm still on the clock and can't talk for very long.
It's okay.
Well, if it isn't the Traveler in Paimon, are you here for Shenhe?
If it isn't Xiangling's dad, right?
The lunch rush isn't in yet, Shenhe. so I've got things covered for now. Go ahead, sit down and enjoy some time with your friends. I'll let you know if things pick up.
Thank you, Chef Mao.
Nice. Okay. Oh, I like Chef. Hi, Chef Mao. Do you have anything to say to us? Oh.
I wonder where Xiangling's run off to this time. If you bump into her, please let her know that a new shipment of spices has come in. So it'd be nice if she could come home and take a look.
I kind of hope we do run into Xiangling, just so... Shut the fuck.
Here comes the catch.
Be sanctified. Bow your head.
Sheep and stop suing.
Ah!
It is just as one expected.
Yeah?
The owner of Wanmin Restaurant is indeed a most reasonable and accommodating human.
True.
Still, the work here entails dealing with quite a varied group of people. Has this been difficult for you, Shenhe?
Yeah, do you feel like you're fitting in now?
It's been manageable
Found a place?
so far. I sometimes run into strange people, but I have figured out a way to deal with them.
Seems like you've been making progress. So by dealing with them, you mean...
Killing
First,
them.
I try to talk sense into them. If that doesn't work, I threaten them with violence. At this point, they usually decide they are in favor of a civil conversation.
Oh, how should Paimon put this?
It sounds reasonable enough.
Oh, a sensible plan. One is gladdened to see you integrate so well into human society.
Yeah.
And you, Master? How have you been?
You know, she'd be a great, like well, she'd be a terrible law enforcement person, but like if she worked in the Fortress of Meripede, I think she'd do well.
Simply marvelous.
No, not a great mom.
Though
No.
Mount Outsong has scarcely enjoyed your presence recently, one has hardly found the pleasure of one's own company to be lacking.
No, chat, I don't think Shenhe would be a great mum if the second thing she goes to, if someone doesn't listen, is threatening violence. I was thinking more, you know, like prison guard, not mum.
I see. Huh, just as expected of Master.
What she means to say is she's actually missed the two of you a lot.
I have missed Master quite a bit too. Even though work has been busy lately, I've already had a conversation with Chef Mao about taking some time off soon to visit Master.
Oh,
Interesting.
you did?
Oh.
Do
Did-
make note of such matters in your letters in the future. There's hardly a need to keep one in suspense.
I think Xianyun just feels a bit alone sometimes.
Shut up just like that.
Yeah.
By the way, Master, since you are in Liyue Harbor, have you had the chance to visit Ganyu?
Indeed. She is similarly preoccupied with her work. There was time only to exchange a few simple pleasantries.
Ganyu told us the story of Cloud Retainer's name. It was amazing. We never knew how powerful she was before.
Oh.
I see. In that case, allow me to
Oh,
also
God.
share a story about Master's past.
Oh?
Oh no.
Is that a problem, Master? I believe this to be a good topic of conversation.
It's payback time for what she does to
No,
Ganyu all the
not a
time.
problem. One was simply caught off guard. But no matter. Please, proceed. One is most curious to see how much of one's own conversational prowess you possess.
Oh.
Master once participated in a race against Mooncarver.
Ooh.
After Mooncarver lost, he insisted that Master's ability to fly gave her a natural edge in such a contest.
Well, I can understand that. Yeah, I can definitely get that. It's kind of like, you know, God, I don't know, Ito going in for a race with Wanderer, right?
In response, Master agreed to forego flying in return for being able to use one of her devices in the race.
Well, that could still be cheating.
Mooncarver accepted, only to find Master with a brand new device on the day of the contest.
Huh. What kind of device was it?
A flying device.
It was a
Rocket
mechanical
boots.
vehicle
Oh.
made out of iron. What was it called again? Oh, an electro-powered bicycle?
Bro, she is Bayonetta.
Oh, you refer to the bicyclical Thunder Flashmobile. One spent 49 days conceptualizing and crafting it. It need only be infused with adeptal energy, and it can cover thousands of miles in one day. Oh, it boggles the mind why Mooncarver ever supposed he might best me in a contest of locomotion. Though he sprinted with all his might, he could barely keep up.
Well, yeah, you had a goddamn motorbike.
Alas, the one flaw of my mechanism lay in its weakness against mountainous terrain. One was thwarted mere seconds from victory, when it was thrown off course and failed to make it across the final stretch.
We could have that as a mount if this game gave mounts.
Truly a most unfortunate turn of events. Anyway, do go on, Shenhe.
Master, that was the end of that story.
Is that so?
That's a good story. I
With
kind of
you
like that.
gone, one has seldom felt the desire to call upon those old fossils for another contest.
Aw.
What is a race without spectators, after all?
Still fun. Do it yourself.
Have you been lonely, Master?
Yes.
Lonely? Huh. At one's age, entire human generations come and go in the blink of an eye. Even one's own self-directed musings can span several days and nights.
I feel like if you add up the amount of times she says one, you might get close to her age.
'Tis a most foreign sentiment. The mere mention of it is preposterous. What is the reason for that look upon your face?
Because you do get lonely. You're lying.
It's just... Well, Paimon gained a lot of respect for you after listening to that story of you summoning the rain and everything. But all it took was a few words out of your mouth, and it's like you're back to being that illuminated bird again.
Damn.
I was just a little bit confused. Which one of the two is the real Cloud Retainer?
To me, they are both, Master. One is the master that's widely revered by the people, while the other is the master that I respect and adore.
That's cute.
Huh. One finds oneself exalted yet again with sweet words of praise
Does
and
one?
flattery of a most extravagant nature. You chose to exalt one with your words, yet you refuse to grace Mount Outsong with your presence for any extended period of time.
I wonder why.
One would almost question the sincerity of your estimations. This is not to say that your words paint an inaccurate picture. One has always lived by a single ideal. Eschew all action and abide by no rule. One does as one pleases.
We need the
and
One Ring to
speaks
rule
as
them
one
all.
Pleases. Others may critique or praise as they see fit. Yet one places little weight in such judgments.
She got, like, what, 2 sentences of flattery from her disciple? And it's as if her ego was about to burst.
I wonder if when she won the race against Mooncarver, she said 1-1.
Do you have any empty tables?
No. I mean, yes. He's nodding yes.
Hey there, could we get another fish stew?
No, we need you gone so we can free up a table.
I'm hearing more guests come in. I should get back to work.
Alright, good luck with the lunchtime rush, Shenhe.
Mm-hmm. I'll try my best.
You got this. And make sure you threaten violence if they come back asking for your number again. As more and more guests begin to trickle in, Pineapple takes the opportunity to order a whole array of delicious dishes.
So much yummy food! Paimon's gonna feast!
Oh, now I'm hungry. Can you eat this kind of food, Cloud Retainer?
One is fond of all kinds of delicacies and delights in a multitude of flavors.
Same.
The dishes here demonstrate no shortage of culinary skill. Their unique flavor profile has left one more than satisfied. In fact, one has been struck by quite the fit of inspiration. One has already begun to conceptualize the next generation of supreme cuisine machines.
That sounds like it could be an event name. The Supreme Cuisine Machines.
Everything's so tasty. A bit too hot at times, but still super tasty.
I'm sorry, miss, but our tables are full.
Wait!
Shall we try somewhere else, Granny? But it smells so delightful. Can we really
Aw.
not eat here? My poor legs can't go on for much longer.
Wait, it was an event name? You're lying. You're lying. It was a... Wait, it was part of Moon Chase? That's hilarious. Holy shit.
Well, you could always check with some of the other guests and see if anyone's happy to share a table.
True.
Okay.
Can share with
I'll
us.
ask around.
Hello, hello, we have 2 free seats. They have Adeptus Temptation, though. That costs a lot. You should ask them.
Excuse me. would you mind letting us share a table with you?
A child.
There are no empty tables left, so...
Ah, well, Paimon doesn't mind. What about you guys?
I don't think Cloud Retainer will care. I don't mind either, as long as you don't mind our chatter.
Great! Thanks so much. My name is Xianyun, and this is my granny, Yuendai.
Yuandai.
Granny?
Yep. Is there something wrong with that?
What do you mean, Granny?
No, Paimon's just a bit surprised. She looks so young.
Does she?
Yeah. A lot of people compliment Granny on her youthful looks, but she's actually much older than she appears.
Yeah, so is Cloud Retainer, don't worry. She's like, probably older than Granny, I would say. This is an awkward stare.
Granny? Why don't you take a seat? Come on, it's not polite to stare.
She looks young from far
Have we
away.
met before?
No.
Because you can't see the face lines. Because I was thinking the same thing at first. I was like, is that... I thought this was the kid that was with the man in the Lantern Rite thing. And I was like, maybe this is the mother. But then it gets close and... Olge.
Tis a fated meeting, then. Please, take a seat.
So I don't know.
What would you like to eat, Granny? I can order for you.
I want braised earthworms. They always pop up out of the ground after a rainstorm.
Huh?
No, not this again. Granny, there's no braised earthworms on the menu.
Are you an Adepti?
Braised earthworms? Well, that sounds weird.
Is that why you were staring
Do
so
people
much?
actually eat that?
Can't hurt to ask.
Right, that's what Paimon was thinking too. Need any help?
Also the hairpin. Not very NPC of you to have such fashion sense.
Oh, do you mean with Granny? Thanks, that's nice of you to offer. Granny has pretty bad dementia, so her memory's getting worse all the time. She's always saying things that sound kind of confusing. Actually, her memory's been bad ever since I was little. But it's gotten so bad lately that I even have to remind her who I am every morning.
Man, oh, that hurts. That's gotta fucking suck, dude. What about your parents?
They died young. It's just me and Granny now. Oh, but it's okay. Don't feel bad. Granny loves me a lot, and I love her a lot too. Sure, it's hard at times, but you just gotta make the best of the life you've got.
Wow, you're really tough for your age, kid.
Damn.
You're too kind.
And me? Oh, what about me?
Yeah.
You're tough too, Granny.
Super tough.
Plus, you're really gentle.
Oh.
You're always there for me.
Yes, and it's hardly as if I forget everything. I still remember the important things.
Good.
Wait, what was that really important thing again? Ah, I remember now. It was a dream. I had a dream where everything was dark. Someone was standing in front of me. She told me to come and find her, and that once I'd found her, I would be free.
Did she also say, I've been watching you for a while? Hi, Khaleesi. Hi. Is it Nahida?
Huh? That sounds super important. But how come you've never told me about it before?
It was just a dream, so I forgot about it.
Yeah, but we've been to Sumeru.
But
Dreams
I'm in a
aren't
good
just
mood
dreams.
now, and somehow I remembered it again. You know, I believe I've had this dream a great many times. But just how many times have I had it? Now that I do not remember.
Wait, so you have a reoccurring dream where someone's talking to you? That sounds spooky. Does that mean you're possessed?
Bro, what?
Unlikely. Her eyes are clear and her breathing remains calm and level. One sees no signs of possession.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Who do you take me for? Is one not an adept?
Adept human.
Am I not an expert?
You're right. Paimon almost forgot you're the expert. In that case, do you still remember what the person in your dreams looked like, Granny?
So possession is the thing in Genshin? We've literally seen it happen in Yamiko's story quest.
Not anymore. Although
And there's Chongyun.
I have a sense that
I'm sure deals with that kind of stuff too.
rather like me. But Not as I am now.
Yep, and Ajdaha.
My younger self.
A younger version of Granny?
Oh.
This is just getting weirder and weirder. What is going on here?
As one said, fate must have brought us together. You may leave this situation to me.
Based.
Are you sure? So, what are your names?
Paimon's Paimon.
I'm the traveler.
Just Xianyun is fine.
Thank you all so much for offering to help. But first, I'm sorry for asking, but, how do you want us to pay you back?
The meal's on us.
Oh, we don't need any payment for this.
Wait, they didn't even eat, did they? Just curious about your situation when we want to help if we can.
Thank you so much.
Oh.
You're welcome. But Miss Xianyun, what exactly can we do to help out this granny? All we have to go off is that dream. Where do we start?
That is elementary. Since her dreams portray her younger self, then we shall retrace the steps of her youth. Once we have revisited those places, her memories will likely return.
Elementary, Watson.
Sounds like a plan. So, Granny, do you remember which places you went to when you were young?
Why, of course I do. The heavens above, the earth below, the wispy clouds, and the emerald mountain streams.
Now in English?
Okay, taking that as a no.
I might have an idea.
Yeah?
Once, when I was really little, my dad told me that Granny used to be a martial artist heroine who saved loads of people from a disaster. If it's true, then maybe they wrote about it in the history books or something.
A martial arts heroine?
Hmm.
Oh, Shinto knows tons about Liyue's chivalric traditions. If anyone knows about the heroes of the past, it's him. Let's go find him at the Feiyun Commerce Guild.
Are you leaving
This is...
already?
Oh, I don't know.
But I'm still hungry.
I'll go order some food, Granny. If there's nothing on the menu you especially want, I'll just get a few different things.
It seems we must part ways for now.
Yeah.
The Traveler and Paimon are bound for the Feiyun Commerce Guild, while Yuendai and Shuyu shall remain here and partake of their lunch. As for myself, I have matters to discuss with Streetward Rambler.
Ah.
Word Rambler?
Yeah. Oh my god.
Precisely. Let us meet at Yujing Terrace once you are ready.
God, that's so weird that they're even like... I don't know. Like meeting up with each other. That's crazy, dude. Okay. What a time we are in.
Where are you going, Granny? Don't you like the food?
Fresh milk. I need to buy you some fresh milk.
Milk? Why?
For cereal.
You need to drink milk before eating, or the spicy food will make you cry.
Oh.
Hush, little one. Don't cry.
Granny, you're forgetting things again. I'm not a little baby anymore. I can eat spicy food now. Even the super spicy dishes, like their fish stew. I can eat 2 whole bowls, no problem.
Oh.
Wonderful. How wonderful.
Cute.
My darling granddaughter is all grown up.
That's very cute. Isn't that during or after? I mean, you can drink milk before as well to like coat your stomach and coat your mouth with it. It definitely works.
Huh. It's you two. What brings you here?
Shincho! Great, we found you! We wanted to ask you about something.
Where's your new outfit? You explain the situation to Sing Show.
That's not a whole lot of information to go off of.
Hmm.
I don't know if I can say for sure.
Anything is helpful and appreciated.
I can't pinpoint her identity from your description alone. But considering her age, I am reminded of a nameless heroine who's been featured in various chivalric novels.
Who?
Nameless heroine?
Well, I guess
That's
she's
right.
nameless.
The novels often speak of a great drought from 50 years ago. As the people suffered, a nameless heroine appeared and began to clear away evil spirits and bandit camps. The people idolized her, but never learned her name. All they knew was that she always acted alone. Later, though, she supposedly fell in love with a similarly noble-minded exorcist from Mount Tianheng.
Oh.
They were well matched in more ways than one, often fighting together as a fearsome duo of otherworldly strength. After the drought ended, the heroine and the exorcist left the public eye and began living a reclusive life in the mountains. All that remained were tales of her incredible accomplishments. The way this nameless heroine faded from fame into obscurity later in life is not too dissimilar from Miss Yuendai. I hope that's somewhat helpful.
Thanks a lot, Xingqiu. We knew it'd be worth talking to you.
Yeah.
It's nothing at all. Just something I came across while reading. I did do a bit of extra research on her story, but it was just out of personal curiosity.
Can we still know about it?
Well, Paimon still thinks that's super cool. Oh, wait, Xingqiu, if you've read up on her, do you know of any places often associated with her?
That's a smart question.
In the novels, the nameless heroine always appeared near one of 3 places.
Oh, it's definitely going to be Xianyun Peak.
Wangshu Inn, the area just north of Jueyun Karst, and Xianyun Peak. Perhaps the real-life heroine who inspired the character was also often seen near those 3 places. That would explain why those locations appear in the various novels written about her.
Thanks, you were a huge help.
You're welcome. To be honest, I found some parts of the story confusing when I first came across it. If Miss Yuendai was indeed the original inspiration for the character, she may just be able to help me put the pieces together. It's rare for a chivalric hero
she's
to fade
forgotten
into
it all,
obscurity
though, I
during their
think.
lifetime, even after retiring from the public eye. But no one ever saw or heard from the nameless heroine again.
Yeah.
There were even rumors that she became extremely ill.
Yeah.
I've never understood why someone would go to such lengths to erase themselves from public memory. It's almost as if she was trying to hide from something. There's probably far more to the story than what's been written.
We'll be sure to tell you if we manage to uncover the truth.
That's a deal. Perhaps, behind the truth of it all, there lies a story more fantastical than any work of fiction.
Paimon feels like we just learned so much from Xingqiu.
That's interesting.
A drought, a nameless heroine, a life of seclusion. Wait, why does the story sound super familiar?
Yeah, you just putting that together?
Oh, right! There's a drought in this story, too! Xingqiu, are droughts super common in Liyue or something?
Well, they used to be. But people have long since developed methods to prevent them. Like by cultivating the soil or digging canals. So while droughts do happen from time to time, they are rarely regarded as true disasters.
Damn.
The drought 50 years ago is probably one of the worst we've had in the last several centuries.
That's kind of crazy.
The crops withered, the streams ran dry, and the monsters in the mountains became rabid and agitated. Countless caravans were attacked, and people who lost their homes came together to form bandit groups. What started as a natural disaster soon became a human tragedy as well.
Damn.
That sounds awful.
Yeah, and that's exactly why the nameless heroine was so beloved. She must have been someone of true integrity, to do so much for the people while asking nothing in return. Still, as terrible as that drought was, it was nothing compared to the truly calamitous disasters that befell this land in ancient times. They say that back in those days, disasters were both more severe and more common. Only the strongest of Adepti could hope to dispel the ruin and devastation. Do you have any other questions?
Yeah, I'm thinking
We're just going to head back and meet up with Miss Xianyun and the others again.
either there's...
Paimon hopes that Granny Yuendai will be able to remember more of her past. She used to be a great hero who saved many people. So sad that she can't recall any of it.
Thinking it's either something that Granny Yuendai has just forgotten something and she's more than just an old woman, like part Adepti or something, or the original person is probably just Cloud Retainer or something with her machinery and stuff. That also kind of, I guess, semi makes sense with like the demo stuff. Maybe the Granny witnessed her do it all and wrote the story or something. I don't know.
Anyway, we'll be off now.
Trying to think from the character demo too.
Thank you so much for your help.
It's no problem at all. Safe travels.
Because the character demo was someone like, well, I guess it was more so reporting, but kinda could be similar. What?
I have recorded the tune that you requested. I hope it will be of help to you.
Oh, sick.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, man, a pig.
Stay word, Ping. What has amused you so?
Oh, it's no serious matter. I was just
reminiscing about the last time I saw you in this form. Time has wrought such change in this world, and yet you appear just the same as ever.
Time has little bearing on one's existence, nor has one keenly felt its effects whilst dwelling at Mount Outsong.
Cute.
Nevertheless, Ping, one would like to seek your counsel on a personal matter.
Oh, why so formal all of a sudden? I must say, you're making me a little nervous.
Yeah, dude.
What is it?
That's like when someone says, we need to talk.
Well, the inquiry is as such. Approximately how much more would one need to afford a comfortable life in the harbor?
Oh, wow.
Like the one that you yourself lead.
It does not require as much as you may think. Still, do you mean that...
Cloud Retainer, Madam Ping! What are you two talking about?
Interesting. Might be moving,
Nothing
huh?
save for some trivial matters. Have you unearthed any useful details?
Shinjo has a theory, but let's save it for when Chuyu and Miss Yundai have joined up with us again.
Xianyun and Yundai soon arrive at the scene. Paimon relays Xingqiu's theory. Aw.
Do not be troubled, young lady. Here, have some tea.
I love tea.
Thank you so much.
What do you think, Chuyu? Does it match up with what you know of your granny?
Bro.
According to the story, the nameless heroine eventually fell in love with an exorcist from Mount Tianheng. Maybe that's my grandpa.
Maybe. Dude, I love tea. I love English tea, but I gotta say, dude, when I was in the Netherlands, I don't even think it was last time. I think it was the time before. Bro, their English tea is better than English tea. I'ma just fucking say it. It's I'm ashamed as for Britain, but their English tea is better than ours. It just is.
I don't have many memories of him, but there was this one time I found a box in our attic full of a bunch of weird sigils.
So good. So good. I'm excited to go back tomorrow. Seems like the stories were on the right track. We should probably pay a visit to the 3 places mentioned in the books.
I think so too. Granny might remember something once she's returned to a familiar place.
What marvelous tea. I can taste the dew's sweetness in this cup.
Aw.
It's as if I was taking a stroll in the mountains, thoroughly one with nature and at peace.
This is making me sus, dude, the hair clip, because it's like one of the only non-NPC kind of accessories, I guess. I don't know. I have a feeling she might have been the one that recorded Cloud Retainer's story 50 years ago or something, and maybe this was a gift. Maybe it's mechanical in nature. I don't know. But I have a feeling this is something to do with it. And I don't think she's the heroine.
Please, drink as much as you like. There's no need to hurry. At our age, it's always nice to slow down and take the time to appreciate pleasant conversation among friends.
Oh, how did Ping know
Thank you.
she was older? She looks super young. Let's rest here for a little while then.
Okay, since we have the time, can I ask you something?
Yes.
Sure thing. What would you like to know?
I have a secret I want to tell you.
Oh.
Let's go talk over there.
Okay. Wait.
You can taste the sweetness of the dew?
It's just a feeling. The sensation of stepping out into the mountains on a cool morning, gazing upon the small droplets of water hanging from the leaves, and feeling the sweet stream of water soothe a parched throat with every swallow. It's a sense of calm and serenity, one that stretches on and on until days become weeks, weeks become years.
Fuck, that's some good water. God damn.
What's wrong, Chuyu?
Well, I've been kind of meaning to ask ever since we started talking in the restaurant.
Oh.
Are you guys all adepti in disguise?
Not all of us.
Oh! How about that?
No, at least I don't think we all are. Why do you say that?
Well, you guys just seem super special. Plus, I think I might have heard Miss Xianyun call herself an adeptus.
Yeah, she did.
Must have been a slip of the tongue. Xianyun, since you were the one who, misspoke, maybe you can explain to Xianyun here what you really meant by that.
Yep.
One is indeed an adeptus. Is that of some concern to you?
Yeah, she just admitted it.
I knew it.
You don't sound surprised.
Well, one time when I was a little kid, I saw a pure white illuminated crane.
Oh.
I had this super high fever, and Granny wasn't around. I was feeling all icky and gross. But then this snowy white crane flew down from the sky.
Why do I feel like... Okay. The granny knows Cloud Retainer because she stood there staring at her when they first saw each other, and even if she is losing her memory, they've definitely met at some point. And I feel like she asked Cloud Retainer to look after the kid, or to, like, watch over the kid. I feel like I've clocked on to what the fuck's going on. And the thing in her hair is probably a gift from Cloud Retainer.
She put me on her back and flew me to her
Surely.
cool adeptus house and fed me some sort of magic potion. When I woke up, I was already back in my bed, and my fever was gone. I really wanted to thank her, but I was too sleepy to stay awake, so I never got the chance.
Surely.
So, I just kind of wanted to ask if maybe any of you have ever met an adeptus like that?
She's standing in front of you.
Pure white illuminated crane? The only two we've ever met are blue and white and black and brown. Have you ever met one that's pure white, Cloud Retainer?
Never has one met an adeptus with such features. One surmises such a description is but a hyperbolic embellishment that oft results from narrative accounts.
That's weird. Was it really just a dream then?
Nah.
Well, even if it was just in my head, it doesn't matter that much anyway. All I really want is to help Granny recover her memories. I'm really grateful for all your help.
Leave it to us! Now that we know the 3 locations, we just need to visit them one by one. Let's go to Wangshu Inn first.
Of course, we don't get to choose which one. Okay, let's go. Okay, let's go. Okay, do you have anything to say, Madam Ping? Alone?
Leaving already? Well, just remember that you can come over for a cup of tea anytime.
Thanks. Oh, cute, dude. Alright, fuck. All the way to Wangshu Inn. Let's go see Xiao.
Wangshu Inn.
Yes.
Wangshu Inn.
Do you remember this place, Granny?
Yes. The fish here is very delicious. And if you look out into the distance, you can always spot a bird that's been left behind by its flock.
Oh.
I believe I used to have a room here. It had a window. Yes, I spent a lot of time looking out that window. Which room was it again? Let me look.
Let her cook. Wouldn't it be sick if this inn existed for real? I can almost guarantee you that something like this definitely exists in real life.
I'll come with.
Like, to like a 99 percentile.
Paimon's still having some trouble understanding what she's talking about, but if she's so familiar with this place, that must mean she lived here, right?
Oh, he is here.
I sensed a non-human presence and decided to come take a look.
How did he actually show up?
If you're here, then there's likely no trouble afoot.
Nope.
I suppose there's no cause for concern.
Just bird woman.
It's been a while, Cloud Retainer.
How the fuck?
I see you have returned to your previous form.
Oh, you've met her in this form before?
I have indeed. I fought alongside her in this form on many occasions during the Archon War.
Oh.
Oh, wow! What was she like during the war?
The fuck?
Oh, wait, let Paimon take a guess. Was it anything like this?
Behold, the glory of one's newest invention, the Bang Bang Continuous Fire Mechanism. Hands up and surrender, or be prepared to face the full might of the Adepti.
An impressive imitation.
It actually was.
Paimon knows her all too well.
Even so, Cloud Retainer was not always as ostentatious as you describe. You may be unaware, But her talent with Adepti sigils is just as formidable as her skill in mechanics.
I believe it.
The Archon War reached its peak after Guizhong's death.
Oh.
The Cloud Retainer who fought beside me in those devastating battles was taciturn and solemn, only speaking when she had to activate her sigils.
Damn.
A Cloud Retainer who barely talks? I can't picture it.
Me either.
But what happened after that? If you were so powerful in your human form, why did you decide to take up your bird form again?
Once one had bid farewell to the world of mortals, what use would one still have for such a shape?
It looks cool.
When dwelling between mountain and forest, away from the struggles and troubles of the mortal world, a mortal form is hardly the most fitting of choices.
After the war, Cloud Retainer retired to Mount Outsong, only revealing herself to the occasional visitor, and always in her avian form.
Oh.
Although I do believe there was an occasion some 30-odd years ago when she decided to don her human form.
Oh.
I believe it was for the purpose of...
One believes there is little need to relive bygone matters.
Sus.
Granny, are you okay?
Was it 30 odd years ago or was it 50 odd years ago? When fucking that shit happened with the granny.
Back then, at this place,
Perhaps this conversation should end here. I shall take my leave now. Should you encounter any trouble, you need only call my name.
We know.
However, given that you are traveling with Cloud Retainer, I trust you are in good hands.
Why does Ether's head look big? Oh, because he stood next to Xiao and he's very, 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 very small.
Everyone! I think Granny is finally beginning to remember her past.
Oh.
Slowly now, calm your mind and recount what has been recalled.
a long time ago, I stayed here to recuperate from my illness.
Huh. So what Shinjo said was true! You did fall ill! Was that why you went into hiding?
I don't remember. I'm very sorry, but
okay.
But I can't even remember the name of my illness. The only thing I can remember is that it took a great toll on me, and there was no cure for it. I was confined to my room in Wangshu Inn, where I spent many days unconscious. I'd come to every once in a while and stare at the migrating birds outside the window. It was a solemn sight. I remember crying, but I'm not even sure I knew why.
What if she had or has Elazar? I mean, that's a possibility, but I'm thinking of something that makes more sense for Leo, and I'm thinking maybe the only two things I can really think of that would affect people like this would be erosion, which I really don't think it would be in her case necessarily. I think it's obviously not dementia if it's been happening for that long. Maybe she came into contact with like god remains or something, kind of like in the man in Baiju's quest.
One day, I met a traveling merchant. Upon hearing of my illness, he sold me a bottle of soul-revitalizing tea pills. He told me that the pills were concocted using Adepti blood and could be used to alleviate my symptoms. Sure enough, I made a full recovery. My illness remained dormant for several decades after that.
Elazar's already cured, though? Yeah, but this was like 30 to 50 years ago. Elazar wasn't cured then. So it would have been uncurable. So the dementia you're suffering from now is actually... Data blood could be to alleviate my symptoms. Sure enough, I made a full recovery. My illness remained dormant for several decades after that.
Wait, but if your illness remained dormant for several decades, are you saying that what you're going through now is just a relapse of what happened all
Can you
those
let the
years
traveler
ago?
speak?
And it was all thanks to the pills that you managed to keep the symptoms in check? Paimon's brain kinda hurts. Do you remember anything else?
I'm sorry, I don't. Oh, if only I wasn't so useless.
Hey, you're not useless.
Hmm.
You've done so much for me. Watch me grow up. Raise
Aw.
me. How could you say that about yourself?
Oh, fret not, dear child. Granny was just a bit frustrated.
We all say things out of frustration sometimes.
The recovery of a person's memories is a gradual process. Finding pieces of one's past is always superior to not finding anything at all. Let us make haste to the next location.
Maybe let her suck your blood like a vampire, though, because if the pills were made of adeptal blood.
Next location. Next location. Oh, why don't we go to the area north of Dwayunkar's next?
Of course.
There isn't really a landmark there, so where should we start?
Just north?
Oh, Paimon's got it. Let's check out the houses in the area first. After all, if she was there for any length of time, then she would have stayed somewhere, right? Oh, Paimon's really got her thinking cap on today. At this rate, we'll recover all of Granny Wendai's memories in no time.
You don't think Granny likes Cloud Retainer like that, Bran? I mean, number one, you don't fucking know that. Number two, you're the one that made it weird. Weirder than just vampirism. What about this place? Any memories?
I don't remember this place at all.
Didn't think so.
I don't think I've ever been here before. Still, I was thinking...
No.
This place feels perfect for a game of hide and seek.
No, it doesn't.
Huh? Why a game of hide and seek?
I'm not sure. Maybe it's because I used to play that game a lot with Xianyun when she was younger.
That's really cute, but it's not Windtrace yet.
I don't remember playing it that much. Are you sure about that, Granny? We only played a few times, and we stopped once we realized I was no good at the whole seeking part.
Ah, is that so? Then I must be mistaken.
Not here then. Let's try somewhere else.
Huh. Oh, this is getting sus. I'm thinking so many different things now. I kind of like my original theory of like her meeting Cloud Retainer in bird form and Cloud Retainer being the quote-unquote pure white bird, but the story's just embellished. But also, what if the old woman's the pure white bird? What if she is an Adeptus and it is erosion or something that she's suffering from? But then, I don't fucking know. This could be so many different things. I love this kind of quest, though, because it could be so many different things. Oh, nice.
Do you remember anything about this place, Granny Wendai?
Let me think.
Yep.
I feel like I've been here before, but I don't think I stayed here too long.
Oh.
I might have just rested here briefly before continuing on my way.
Got it. That's okay. There are still plenty of other places we can check.
Fuck, I actually thought this would be the one.
If I remember correctly, I believe I brought... Ah, yes, I brought some sweet snacks with me.
Interesting.
Take some.
Oh.
You need to eat a lot if you want to grow big and strong.
You mean right now? You really are a granny.
Thank you. Then Paimon will help herself.
Nice. Yeah, she really is a granny. Grannies are all feeders, dude. That's what I have learned over my life as a not granny. Every granny loves to feed. Yup. This is a very awkward walk.
Paimon sees an abandoned house. Why don't we take a break over there?
We don't need a break. We need to figure shit out, Paimon.
Place. It's...
Oh. Oh, she knows this place. She sounds sad. Is it your old house?
Did you remember something, Granny?
I just heard a fly.
I remember. Xianyun. This is where your father was born.
And that?
It was a moonless night. I had been injured, so your grandpa was supporting me. We fled together with some being in the fog behind us in hot pursuit.
Oh.
I had exhausted my strength when the labor pains came on, so we took refuge in this house. Your grandpa set up a barrier outside, but neither of us knew if it could hold the monsters back.
Bro just said so they had segs in this house. Bro, how do you think having a child... Do you think the second you have sex, it just pops out? You need to go have a word with your parents, good sir.
I remember that night. I remember falling to my knees, reciting a prayer over and over. I alone am the source of this sin. Punish me as you wish for forsaking my oath, but spare my innocent child.
Sin? Oath? Did you do something wrong?
I don't know. I don't remember. I only remember praying in the darkness with all my strength until the sun finally rose again and the fog cleared out. Eventually, the house was filled with the sound of my baby's first cries. That baby was your father. I remember I clutched him tight to my chest and wept tears of joy. It was the first time I'd ever felt such happiness in my life.
My dad?
That's very
He
cute
was
and
my
all,
pride
but
and joy, and so are you, Xianyun. You're so much like him, and I love you both so much.
what did you do
But
though?
you're always going to be different from me. Why? Just what did I do?
I don't care what you might have done, Granny. You'll always be the person I love more than anything.
What did you do? I mean, it sounds like whatever the prayer was worked. She was like, make sure the child's okay and I'll take on whatever for the sins I committed. But what did she do?
You're too sweet, Xianyun. I'm lucky to have you with me. If not for you, I would not have had the courage to come here, to try to remember what I had forgotten. All right, let's not stand around any longer. There's one place left, yes? Let's go take a look.
If one recalls correctly, the next place should be Xianyun Peak.
Yes.
You and I, how fares your health?
You feeling good?
I may be a bit slow, but I'll do my best to keep up. I'm sorry to keep everyone waiting.
Climb on. I shall carry you to the top.
Ah.
Oh, such lightness of weight.
All those who grow old grow frail in the end, do they not? First, you lose your memory, then your health. Eventually, you end up losing everything.
What the fuck?
My only wish is to depart this world with a lucid mind, to free myself of this torment and the burden it places upon others.
Fret not. You have my aid in this endeavor.
Well, that was fucking dark. Anyway, I'm dying now. Psych! You thought... oh.
We're finally here.
True.
Does this place feel familiar to you, Granny One Day?
Let me see.
It should.
How strange. Have I lived here before?
Take your time.
When we were at Wangshu Inn and the abandoned house earlier, though I couldn't remember everything, I still felt a sense of familiarity. I could easily picture myself in those places. But here, I don't have that feeling. Perhaps I did come here in the past, but it just didn't leave a strong impression on me.
Sorry.
But did the stories get it wrong then?
We can't expect to get everything right.
Yeah, that's true. But they're also the only thing we have to go off of. Paimon was hoping this place would jog Granny Uendai's memory just like the others.
I'm sorry to disappoint you two.
It's alright. We're not going to give up yet.
No.
We'll figure something else out. Just you wait.
Thank you. If only I could remember.
I know. We all want you to remember, but we know that it's tough.
That way. What's that mountain?
Uh-oh. Yes! Sus! Sus.
Isn't that Mount Outsong? Looks like we've come full circle.
Mount Outsong.
Uh-huh.
Mount Outsong.
Yes.
Granny, are you okay? Don't push yourself, Granny. It's okay if you can't remember. You shouldn't do something that makes you sad.
Mount Outsong,
You're an Adepti.
am I really?
Mount Outsong holds some familiarity to you?
I swear she's gonna turn into the White Crane, dude.
It does, but I can't go back.
Are you feeling unwell?
My head, it feels all heavy and dizzy. What is wrong with me?
Cloud, Miss Xianyun, is there anything you can do?
Let us go to Mount Outsong.
All it is, I can't go back. My head hurts. She's like, fuck it, we're going.
Fret not, all will be well. You and I, you have already given more than enough to the pursuit of this endeavor. You may leave the rest to me. I've prepared something that can aid you in suppressing the fear in your heart and restoring your lost memories. It currently resides at Mount Outsong.
Ah, the thing on the what do you call it? The eerie whistle in the background makes it worse. The eerie whistle is Zhao, right? And isn't it something to do with Venti as well? Like, isn't like playing this a song that Venti taught? I remember hearing about it a very long time ago, but it was a very long time ago. I can't remember exactly what it is, but yeah, I think it's Zhao, or it's a reference to Zhao.
Wait, really? When did you do that?
I never leave anything to chance. All will reveal itself when we arrive.
We actually saw it on the table before we left. If it's the oh, nice, that's convenient.
Come on, just tell Paimon already. What's this thing you've prepared?
Kind of looks like a music box
Here, this is it.
that you like wind up.
Huh? But isn't this the mechanism that you were tinkering with when we first got here? Oh, is it another invention of yours?
Precisely.
Yeah.
A recent one at that. I am most pleased with the result. I call it the Suspensus Somnium mechanism.
The what?
It periodically releases a soft breeze, which when paired with a gentle adeptal tune, can help the listener subconsciously relax and even enter a semi-hypnotic state. Soothing agitation and anxiety.
Wait, so is it just a music box?
Relieving exhaustion and insomnia. Its potential uses are numerous indeed. And of course, it can also aid in the recovery of lost memories.
With a fan?
Cool gadget! But if you had it all along, why did you keep it to yourself until just now?
And what made you make it? Like, you're suspicious, and I feel like this was all your plan originally. Like, you know this old woman, you know the kid. I'm sticking with my original theory, chat. I think the old woman was an adepti. I think she had the kid. I think she got sick from some sort of fucking prayer when she had the kid to make sure the kid was going to be fine. I think she knew Cloud Retainer and she asked Cloud Retainer to look after the kid. But then that wouldn't explain that. I don't fucking know anymore.
Come to Mount Outsong right off the bat and save Paimon a lot of floating.
How preposterous. Had you and I not recalled much of her past through her own efforts, the device would have nothing to draw upon.
Why did you make the device?
We Adepti can only help those who first resolve to help themselves. Had she lacked such determination and strength of character, one would have little to offer in way of assistance.
Paimon thinks she gets it now. Hey, what's that other thing?
As previously mentioned, a gentle adeptal tune is required to take full advantage of the mechanism. One secured such a tune from Street Warbler. Only with her melodies can the mechanism reach its peak power.
She had all this shit planned. She had this entire thing planned. Yep, never mind. I think she's probably an ordinary human being, and I think Cloud Retainer is the bird that the child saw, and my original theory, the old woman just asked Cloud Retainer to look after the kid when she was getting sick. That's what I think. I don't fucking know. That's what I'm sticking with.
Oh, Paimon can feel what you mean. Paimon's body feels light as a feather. It's as if she's lying down on a warm patch of grass after a super satisfying meal.
And you,
Nice.
and I, is the mechanism helping you to relax?
She's asleep.
It appears she has already succumbed to the depths of reverie. Come, join one on this side. We shall give her some time to herself.
Don't fall asleep, chat.
The drought is over.
Oh God.
But why do you look like you want to cry?
The husband?
The potion. It's nearly run its course.
She has the thing in her head there as well.
I've never regretted meeting you. Not even for a second.
Please. Please, no.
Aww.
Have you forgotten?
What the fuck?
This is the world you left behind. One of gentle breeze and morning dew, perfectly straddled betwixt the realms of heaven and earth. This is your home. This is where you belong. You should have never left. The you of the past, the me from not that long ago.
She is the...
We should have never.
So that is the truth. No wonder this place is so familiar. Granny!
She was the bird that looked after the kid.
Granny, are you okay?
Cloud Retainer.
You knew each other, right?
Your memories have returned.
Wait, did you just call her by her full name?
Yes!
Did you already knew each other?
Yes. I now remember everything.
So she was an Adepti!
Everything.
The old dude fucked the bird. I mean, you all would too. You definitely would.
Granny, please don't cry. I'm here. I'm here.
Oh, don't worry, my dear child. Granny is fine. I'm so sorry, everyone. You've gone to so much trouble on my behalf.
So she is a... Is she technically... She's going to be an Adepti then, right? And this is just a human fault.
It's all come back to me now. The most important thing that I had forgotten was the truth of what I once was.
One can sense the guilt that now plagues your conscience.
Reclaiming a truth long buried is sure to come with a myriad of complex emotions. Perhaps one should recount the story on your behalf while you compose yourself.
No, it's okay. Now that I've remembered, I must face my memories head on.
Yeah.
Shuyu, everyone, I cannot thank you enough for all your help. I'm ready to tell you my story, if you're willing to listen.
Please, Granny, don't force yourself. What happened in the past doesn't matter. I love you more than anything. Nothing you say can change that.
That's very cute.
I know, dear child. My feelings for you are exactly the same. It is for this reason that you deserve to know the truth. Some time ago, I made a terrible mistake. One for which I could never atone.
Okay.
Is this the sin that you mentioned in Xianyun Karst?
Yes. What was the sin?
I am, in truth, not a human being. My real form, one that I held for centuries, was that of a wild crane. I spent many, many years living on Mount Outsong, bathing in the soft breeze and drinking the sweet dew of the mountains. At some point, I somehow gained wisdom and sentience. The Lord of the Mountain, Cloud Retainer, became aware of my existence and began to share many stories with me. She even passed on the secret of cultivation to me.
Zhao, you've had your time. Let her have hers. Thank you.
Though she never took me on as a formal disciple, I always saw her as my master. Whenever she took out her tools to work on mechanisms or new inventions, I would also stand next to her and watch.
Okay.
I even contemplated completing my training and becoming an adeptus in my own right. I followed her teachings, and time gradually passed us by.
The drought.
Until that fateful day, 50 years ago.
The drought, right?
50 years ago?
Yeah. During the drought that struck Leo.
That's right. Master regaled me with many stories of her past deeds. From them, I learned how she had saved people from a similar crisis in the past. She was the one I looked up to the most. More than anything, I dreamt of becoming an adeptus like her. I wanted to travel the land like she had, relieving suffering wherever I went.
Wait, I think I see where this is
I was still
going.
far from being a real adeptus. I possessed no ability to take on human form and fit in with the crowd. Once she learned of my desires, Master prepared a special dose of human mimicry potion for me. She warned me that the potion's effects would only last 10 years, and if I were to fail to return to my original form at the end of that time, I would forever forget my past as a crane and become something neither human, beast, nor adeptus.
Just a shell.
Oh no. So that was the source of your dementia all along.
But you never turned back into a crane.
Was it because of Grandpa?
Indeed. I fell in love. Though he was human, he had spent his entire life training on Mount Tianheng. When we met, it was not only my first foray into the world below, but his as well. Although clumsy and impulsive as he was, you'd think he was the real strange bird among the two of us. But still, just like me, he cared deeply about the world and wanted, more than anything, to cleanse it of all pain and suffering.
Your hair looks great to say that you just fell like 10 feet, by the way.
I could not help but fall for him. But my time continued to tick away. Those 10 years passed by in a flash. Yet I did not want to leave his side, so I...
Oh, man. She was selfish, which, honestly, I don't know why. Humans fucking suck, dude. You should have just become an Adeptus. Honestly, Adeptus seem way fucking cooler. I'm just gonna keep it a buck.
Oh no. What happened next?
I committed an offense. I wanted to stay with him, even if it meant living a life full of pain and suffering, even if it meant that I would eventually turn into a monstrosity.
But realistically, if you'd have spoken to him about it, maybe he'd have understood, and then you could have gone through your Adeptal training and then just chosen a human form and chosen a human name as well. You could have called yourself whatever the fuck you wanted to.
I knew I had betrayed Master's hopes, but I was too ashamed to face her. So I wrote her a long letter instead and asked someone to leave it outside her abode. I was convinced that she would not support my decision, and I lacked the courage to speak to her face to face. In my shame, I fled and tried to hide from the world, such that no one would be able to find me again.
I get it. But I feel like if she'd have spoken to him and it was true love and they loved each other, he would understand. Kind of. This is a very similar story, actually, to the one that was in the temporary event with the Lady of the Lake, right? The Oceanid who fell in love with the dude. Yeah, Caleroy. They could have had a relationship. I mean, he already fucked a bud. He might not have known, but that guy knew, though. Yeah, I'm saying if she'd have told the dude in this story, he would have also known, and he could have just kept going up to see the bird and patting it on the head and shit, and the bird could have been like, wah, wah, wah. Here's a fucking fish. They show love in different ways. I'm just saying. The laws of Teyvat, their own thing. So that's why the nameless heroine hid herself away.
But that was only the beginning of my troubles. I began to suffer from a strange illness. My memories became hazy and confused, and I could no longer keep myself awake. I understood that my pain was caused by my refusal to return to the life I was fated to lead. Along with my memories as a crane, I soon forgot the true cause of my suffering as well. I knew only that I had committed a sin. All I could do was pray for forgiveness, even if I had long forgotten what needed to be forgiven. Looking back, I was beyond lucky to have come across that traveling merchant at Wangshu Inn. It was such a fortunate coincidence that we were there at the same time. If it weren't for those soul-revitalizing tea pills, I probably would have...
Such a coincidence. What a coincidence.
Granny, what's wrong?
Coincidence? Why did I ever think it was a coincidence?
I don't know.
Tea pills concocted using the blood of an adeptus? No, it couldn't be. Master, don't tell me. Back then, that merchant was actually...
Did you put on a fake mustache?
Human custom would dictate the conferral of gifts to be in order when one's progeny is wedded, would it not? Consider the pills a symbol of one's best wishes.
So when I tried to conceal my name and mistakes from the world and hide myself away in perpetuity,
Yeah.
the only person I managed to deceive was myself.
Yeah.
You knew where I was all along.
Well, and technically the child, she had no idea you were an adeptus.
One
Or
still
trying to be an
remembers
adeptus.
when you were but a fledgling. You possessed a certain fondness for a particular game.
Hide and seek.
You would hide yourself among a group of wild cranes and ask one to pick you out from among the flock. One found you with such ease every time. 'Tis a truth most evident. One always recognizes one's own.
Oh.
No matter what form they may take.
It's like the Shenhe line. That's why she wanted to eat worms. Yeah, I kind of gathered. Yeah.
Wait! My mind's confused. So, Cloud Retainer, you found Yuendai again? But how? When? And what happened after that?
Perhaps it is now time for one to recount the rest of the tale.
There's more? Or do we get a cutscene? No? Oh. Oh, no. You know what? I'm going to be honest.
One was furious.
Didn't expect a
upon
trial.
receiving your letter. Seized with anger, one set out to bring you to your senses.
Yeah, skyward.
God, she's so fucking cool.
Yeah, skyward.
Wait, she's... C3, you get the +1 from C1. Interesting. Okay. What are you looking at? Oh! Cool. Well, it's really cool.
In truth, one had more than a few misgivings about your chosen partner. As an exorcist, his talent was lacking. One could hardly say his skill with sigils was any better.
I was curious if it might have been like Chongyun's dad or something, but...
But soon, one came to appreciate the devotion he bestowed upon you during your illness. He never uttered a complaint and rarely left your side. Unwilling to begrudge someone of such character, one decided to overlook his aforementioned deficiencies. Glaring though they may have been.
You know, there's been about 50 total people today that have said, like, typical Asian parent, and I just want you guys to know, every single time, Automod holds it because it thinks you're being, like, incredibly offensive.
Wishing to grant you a life without regrets, one gathered many divine ingredients and used one's own blood to create a form of medicine. Though imperfect, it managed to suppress the more dire effects of your illness. As for how to deliver the medicine, after much contemplation, one eventually decided to perform the deed oneself.
Wait, which deed? Oh.
One took great care to alter one's features and select the appropriate attire.
I need that as a skin.
Only after meticulous scrutiny did
Just
one
this.
finally set out for Wang Shu Inn.
She actually did just put a fake mustache on.
Unexpected, you were most ignorant of one's true identity. You showed not even the slightest inkling of recognition. One was quite torn. Should one have celebrated the success of one's disguise, or mourn the loss of your acquaintance?
That's really fucking sad, actually. But at the same time, all I can think about, I need to see fan art of that. Just different characters with fake mustaches, dude. Oh, God. Oh, this OST is beautiful. Oh.
Yeah, skyward, scatter.
Dude. Her skill's so fun.
Skyward, scatter.
Oh, my God.
Yeah,
nevertheless, one would speak
I
to
almost
you about
fucking
another
died.
matter, if you are amenable, even considering your loss of memory.
Scatter! matter.
One was simply flabbergasted that you could so easily forget the consequences of consuming medicine infused with adeptal blood. Its proclivity to attract monsters is hardly that complicated of a concept to remember. To think that you tried to travel while weak from sickness and heavy with child. Had one not intervened to clear the fog, all of you would have been lost during the night.
Can I get struck by lightning? I can't go up there. Fuck. Wait, this is cool. Ah, yo, what's up?
Yeah, skyward, scatter. Yeah, scatter, skyward.
God, she's so fucking fun.
Scatter.
Boom. Oh god, dude. She's very fun.
Those monsters would hardly have pursued you with such ferocity without sufficient incentive. They were likely incited by the presence of godly remains.
Oh.
Said godly remains, in turn, were likely drawn to the trace of one scent on your body.
Wait, I'm trying to figure this out in my head now. It wouldn't be actual god remains, right? Was I right? It was god remains? No, because she said the thing that was... The thing that would have caused her to lose her memory was not the potion that she gave her. Not turning back after 10 years, right? How'd yours predict things? I mean, the only two things that well, the only three things would be Elazar coming into contact with god remains or erosion, and I didn't think it could have been the other two. I'm confused about the god remains thing here.
One was, after all, an active participant in the Archon War.
Oh, I guess because...
Some of the gods were likely shattered by contraptions of one's very making. In the end, one was relieved to see you endure through the night. At the break of dawn, one heard an infant's cry pierce through the air, and one saw you carefully cradle the child to your chest. Although certain mortal matters remain foreign to me, one could not help but be moved by your joy.
So, let me get this straight. The potion that she made had her blood in it, the adeptal blood. The blood, in turn, had god remains in it from when she fought in the Archon War, which makes sense. So the reason why, if she didn't turn back into the other form after 10 years, is because the god remains would have caused her to suffer the same fate as the other people who ingested the god remains in the past, right? No, the pills? No, it'd be the potion, right? Or the pills. Whatever had the blood in it. Whatever had the blood in it. The pills, not the potion? Yes, sure. Whatever had the blood in it. That's what I'm talking about. The blood attracted the remains? Oh, I didn't interpret it like that. I interpret it as the blood had god remains in it because she was an active participant in the Archon War. I don't see how the adeptal blood would just attract god remains. But I don't know. Maybe I misread that. Or misheard.
To see you happy, that was more than enough.
Damn. Holy fuck. That's kind of messed up. Either way, holy shit. The blood has got god remains in it, and that attracted the monsters. Yes, that's what I took from it, not the other way around.
Now you should have a complete understanding of the events.
The blood attracts god remains. I see it as the god remains in the blood attracted the monsters, but either way, I think that makes more sense. Why would it be the other way around?
The absurdities of that tale.
The blood didn't have god remains. So then why was she saying she was an active participant in the Archon War and, like, gods died to her mechanisms and stuff if... I don't understand that. I'll talk about it afterwards, though. Let me continue, because it might clear it up. It very much sounds like the god remains are a part of her, basically. I'm confused, but we'll see.
Just as you and I troubled one with her antics, so did you give one many a headache. Upon finding you burning with fever, one made plans to bring you back to one's abode for treatment. However, upon seeing one's form, you began to cry, refusing to get on one's back. When one asked you why, apparently you believed that one could not possibly be a true Adeptus, because all illuminated
It was Cloud Retainer.
From tip to toe. One had no choice but to apply powder to one's body to conceal the variegated nature of one's appearance. You became more than amenable enough when one stood before you devoid of any other coloring.
Damn, so I was actually pretty spot on the first time before we figured out that she was a bird, I guess. But I guess it wasn't because her mum asked Cloud Retainer. It was just Cloud Retainer doing her own thing, which is also very fucking cute.
It bears mentioning, however, that as a crane, Yuandai was nearly entirely pure white in color. Though you had never encountered her in that form, you still recognize the essence of her being. Perhaps fate brought you two together in more ways than one.
Damn. I thought Lil Bro was being racist for a sec. Bro, who? What?
Now all has been revealed. One owes you an apology, Yuandai. One recognized you upon your very entrance into Wanmin restaurant.
Oh.
One has always viewed you as a disciple of equal standing with Ganyu and Shenhe. Indeed, one wished to bring your story to a satisfactory end with this visit to Liyue Harbor.
Man.
Still, one could not reveal your identity right away.
I get that.
Had one simply informed you of all you had lost, all those cherished memories would merely have become the fictionalized account of another.
Yeah.
Memories are most meaningful when recalled by those who lived through them. Would you not agree? Even if the process was painful and arduous to experience. Have you any further inquiries?
Master, I must ask. If you found me all those years ago, why did you leave me be, even though you knew about my mistake? Why did you not bring me back to Mount Outsong by force?
One has never regarded your action as a mistake. It was a simple choice, nothing more. When it is time for one's progeny to leave the nest, it is the responsibility of an elder to let them fly free. Yet, when your wings grow weary and the night grows dark, just know that you always have a place to which to return.
Man, this is very... You know what this is, chat? This is a reminder to all of you that if you haven't called your parents in a while, give them a call. That's what this is.
'Tis a refuge referred to by many a name in mortal writing. Home, nest, haven. Whatever its denomination may be, its essence remains quite unchanged. One speaks, of course, of a place not unlike one's own abode. One's disciples are free to come and go as they wish, yet the door remains forever open to those who wish to return. One rather hopes you count yourself among them.
Bless.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Why is Xiao crying?
One expects you too have sensed the rapid deterioration of your condition as of late.
Yeah.
Have you not? 40 years ago, you chose a path without a future. Though one used one's own blood to provide you with a few decades of extra time, it merely delayed the inevitable.
Yeah.
One may have extended the path, yet one was unable to alter its final destination. Even the power of an Adeptus has its limits. Had your condition continued to deteriorate, you would have forgotten your life as a human entirely. In the end, you would have turned into a creature lacking in the ability to even comprehend its own monstrousness. Fortunately, you were able to avoid that scenario by reclaiming your memories. Though one sped the process along by providing some guidance, the result is entirely a reflection of your own effort.
Oh.
So, what's gonna happen to Granny?
One will help her reclaim her original form as a wild crane.
Ooh.
If it be fated, she may recover her sentience one day.
So she's gonna leave the kid, though the kid doesn't have parents. Oh no. Wait. What if this is the kid that's with the man in Lantern Right? And who would the man be? Does she just give the kid to someone?
She's gotta go back to being a regular crane, huh?
Is there no other way? Oh, I guess if Xianyun goes to live at Liyue Harbor, maybe she could just look after her.
Master, you've already done more than enough for me. I don't know how I could possibly repay your kindness. This is a better result than I could have ever hoped for. How much time do I have left?
Oh god. Oh.
Not long. The transformation is imminent.
Oh.
Granny, please don't leave, okay? You're all I have left. Please.
Don't be sad, dear child. Granny has led a wonderful life. My only regret is having to leave you behind. Don't forget to eat well, okay? A growing young lady like yourself needs lots of good food to grow big and strong. Promise Granny you'll take good care of yourself when I'm gone.
Yo, Hoyo, you know, like you gave us 3 wishes. Can we exchange it to be like genie wishes so I can wish for this poor child to have a loving family?
I promise, Granny. I'll do whatever you say.
Good girl. Good girl. Don't worry. It's not goodbye forever. Granny's gonna become the most formidable crane in all of Mount Outsung.
Well,
Granny will train day and night.
I think Cloud Retainer's got
I
that.
won't stop until I can turn into a human without having to rely on anything but my own power. When that day comes, we'll be able to live together again. You and I.
Oh,
how's that sound?
She's probably going to be like 80 by then. Maybe. How long does it take?
Even though we won't see each other for a little while, as long as we both work hard, we're sure to meet again someday.
Why do we look angry?
I'll eat well, Granny. I promise. And I'll wait for you, no matter how long it takes. I'll wait for you to come back.
That's a good girl. Then Granny really has no more regrets. I'm so sorry, Master. Thank you for everything.
They'll be reunited someday at the end of their journey, I guess. Same as Ether and Lumine, you're right. Hug your grandparents, everyone. Yeah, hug them before they turn into a crane. Yo, she had a green mohawk. What the f... Yeah, okay, you didn't have to fly out. Yeah, that was just rude. Hey! You could have stayed for like a minute so the poor child could take a bite of you in bird form, at least maybe pet you a little bit.
Xianyun.
That was rude.
Let her be. At her age, crying is a natural, if not fitting, response to such an event.
She's not sentient anymore. Wouldn't she have kept the same amount of sentience as before, though? Or did she go back to square one, basically? She got back to square one? Oh, she's fucked. Oh, this poor child is never seeing her again. Because it was a pretty long time before she even got basic sentience, no? Jesus!
Tears are a necessary part of maturation.
I read that different.
Sometimes there is scarcely a better vehicle to wash away the toll of stress and misery. Now that the issue has been resolved, you should also take a moment to relax. Give yourself some time to rest. Take a nap if you must.
I love
will
naps.
Wake you in due time.
Thanks. I don't fucking conjure your music. I don't need to sleep. I'm kidding. I'm leaving. Never mind. Oh. Paimon's laying down. Oh. This is going to be where we see him and Lumine. Oh my god.
I always believed we would see each other again. That our days of separation would finally end. And all my troubles would be behind me.
Wow. Oh, dude, the water looks so pretty.
Things could stay this way forever.
True. No Paimon? Just you. Oh.
A nightmare?
As good as.
Curious. If you're relaxed, shouldn't your dreams be pleasant?
It was a good dream. It's just...
You weren't ready to wake up.
I'm a Disney princess.
Eloquent as one may be, words of comfort are not one's strong suit. You are doing all you can. One can see your strength of will, your fearlessness in the face of danger. And so, whatever your dream may be, one believes that you shall achieve it. Of course, whenever the perils you face overwhelm you, or you become weary, one is always here for you.
C7 Chi-Chi was my peril, actually.
After all, as an elder, it is only right to look out for the young ones.
Nice. We're her child now. What? What the fuck?
Chicken drumsticks.
Yeah?
Huh? Was Paimon sleeping just now?
Yep.
Oh, Paimon wasn't talking to you. Paimon had a dream about eating grilled chicken drumsticks, that's all.
I'm curious if she had a different kind of dream too.
Oh, Xianyun, you're awake. How do you feel?
I feel a little better.
Oh.
Thanks. I know I'll see Granny again someday, so I don't feel so sad anymore. Madam Adeptus, could I ask you something? Would you
Adopt her!
take me in as a disciple?
You better say yes.
And have you reasons for this sudden interest?
What do you think? You just did this entire story quest as well.
I know Granny thought what she did back then was wrong. She felt really bad about it. But without that mistake, I would have never been born. Even though Granny lost her memories, she never forgot to show me how much she loved me. So, I thought maybe one day I could become a cool Adeptus like you and help a whole bunch of people, just like Granny wanted to do.
Upon some reflection, one supposes you are no mere mortal.
Yeah.
The fact that Yuendai's blood flows through your veins is proof enough of that. If this is what you desire, one shall make it so.
Thank you so much, Madam Adeptus. No, I mean, Master.
Just call her mom.
Xianyun, are you sure about this? Paimon's gonna let you in on a little secret. We've seen Cloud Retainer's 2 other disciples, and they pretty much eat nothing but bitter herbs like Genshin and violet grass.
That is true. That is very,
If
very
you
true.
join them, you'll never enjoy One-Man Restaurant's delicious cooking ever again.
Well...
How utterly preposterous. One has never enforced such a rule.
Dude, I was gonna say, I don't necessarily think that was, like, Cloud Retainer's choice in the matter.
Every individual must find their own path to enlightenment. So long as one retains a pureness of spirit, One's dietary proclivities are quite irrelevant.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Well, you say that, but Paimon's not seeing any tasty treats up here now, is she?
There's a lot of fish.
Although Mount Outsong is rich in natural beauty,
and birds,
its location does preclude access to certain finer mortal comforts.
Fuck. What if we accidentally kill her grandmother? There's no sentience now. It's not going to be able to tell us. Fuck, first Caribbean, now this?
That is precisely why one plans to relocate to Liyue Harbor.
Nice.
Shu Yu shall have the honor of becoming one's first disciple in the human world.
Beast.
Whoa. You're leaving Mount Outsong?
Is that why you took on this human form?
One has never concerned oneself with the location of one's residence.
One
From the very beginning, one has sought only solace and peace.
There was 4 ones in that sentence. That's crazy.
Yet in the end, all of one's disciples ended up in Liyue Harbor. Ganyu, Shenhe, Yuandai. They all chose a life among the mortal world.
Damn.
One has reflected on this fact for many years now. One can only assume that it is due to some failing on one's part as an elder or master.
No.
A failing, perhaps, of recognizing what it was they truly wanted. One is most curious as to what aspect of Liyue Harbor could have enticed them to remain there.
The food.
One could hardly offer an opinion on the matter, but perhaps some time in the harbor will prove instructive. Why are you all so silent?
Because we're listening to you.
Paimon is just a bit shocked, that's all. So, does this mean we can grab a meal together in Liyue Harbor sometime?
One has precious little time to squander.
Of course.
However, if one finds oneself otherwise unoccupied, one would not be opposed to the idea. One will be assuming the identity of a human while residing in Liyue Harbor. You should take care to avoid disclosing one's true identity.
Don't worry, we'll help you keep it a secret.
We got this.
So, when can we expect to start seeing you in the city?
Perhaps in 2 days' time. One has some matters to see to before one's departure. Preparation is the key to success, after all. One plans to put up various items from one's collection for sale. The earnings should provide for a comfortable living in Liyue Harbor. One has already picked out a handsome property near Chuhu Rock.
Nice.
Tis no small purchase, but what is mortal life if not one expense after another?
You're not wrong. That's the realest thing I've heard all Story Quest.
Seems like you've really thought of everything. Then how about we meet up in Liyue Harbor in 2 days?
A sensible plan. See you then. Oh, also,
Mhm.
why don't you take this suspense insomnia mechanism as a souvenir? Anytime you should feel ill at ease in the future, you may try quieting your mind and sitting in meditation as you listen to
Dude,
its melodies.
that cutscene was
It might
so
help you find
good.
a new perspective.
Awesome! Thanks, Cloud Retainer! So, about your move to Liyue Harbor, you gonna tell the other Adepti about it?
I have left an explanatory note in my abode. Those 2 old fossils will discover it, I am sure, should they come seeking my company.
Probably.
Considering their recent penchant for going off on private escapades, however, I find myself caring little for how they shall receive this news.
By the way, Shiryu, we have a friend who helped us learn a lot of information about your granny.
Oh, yeah.
Is it okay if we tell him the full story?
Sure, I don't think Granny would mind. As long as you don't tell a whole bunch of people. I
True.
don't think she'd want too many people to know. They might go to Mount Outsong and start bugging her about it. Granny needs to focus on her training, you know? But telling a friend or two is probably fine.
No worries, our friend can keep a secret.
True.
We meet again, dear friends.
Hi.
How did everything go?
Found the bird.
Great, and it's all thanks to you.
You quickly go over the whole story with Sing Shom.
Ah, I see. So the stories didn't get it right after all. Even though she was a celebrated heroine, she had to bear a heavy burden that most could not hope to understand.
Yeah.
Thank goodness for the help of that Adeptus. At least she was able to recover what she had lost. Although I cannot claim to know exactly how their story will unfold from here, I trust the ending will be a happy one. Those united in a common purpose always find a way back to each other in the end. Thank you for helping me fill in the gaps. And don't worry, I'll keep this all to myself. It's not my story to tell, after all.
Damn. Interesting. Okay. I mean, dude, this quest has been fucking great so far. I've really enjoyed this quest so far. Let's wait 2 days. Did Club Retainer also adopt us as well? Was that an unofficial confirmation? I mean, she kind of did, right? But I wouldn't say... I'd say she more so took us under her wing than adopted us.
Your concerns are excessive and unfounded. This is but a simple collection of ordinary valuables. Such intense scrutiny is hardly necessary.
To be quite honest, your insistence on that fact is my primary cause for concern. In what way are any of these ordinary? Every single item here can be worth more than everything I own combined.
Oh, God.
I simply can't risk shelling out that kind of mora without proper scrutiny. If I'm wrong, I would never be able to earn it back, not even if I worked every single day for the rest of my life.
True.
I have to be careful. Yes, you can never be too careful.
We're here, Clow. Miss Xianyun, what are you guys arguing about?
Ah, perfect timing.
Oh, no.
This ignoramus is questioning the authenticity of my wares. I'll have you know, these items have remained untouched in my personal collection for several hundred years. To question their legitimacy is pure folly.
Several hundred years?
Oh, you heard.
Indeed. They're family heirlooms, you see. Passed down over many generations, as families are wont to do.
Yep, they've definitely been around a while. We can vouch for her on that one.
Hear that? Had I not found myself in need of mora, I would scarcely have had the heart to part with them. Indeed, you should consider it an honor to even have the opportunity to behold them with your own eyes.
Hot damn!
Doubt their authenticity any further, and I may just decide to take them to another buyer.
Whoa, please don't go! I apologize for any insult, miss. You see, I know full well that I lack the knowledge to judge the true worth of these items.
Dude, he's been smart.
If you could wait but a moment, I've hired an expert to appraise them for me. He should be here shortly.
Please be the guy that does the stupid Jade game.
An expert, you say?
Or Zhongli.
Very well. I will wait for a little while longer, then. Traveler, Paimon, this is my new residence. If you have cause to seek my company in the future, this is where you can find me.
Master! Oh, it's you two again.
You're not the expert, right?
Xianyun, you got a new outfit! It looks great on you.
Mm-hmm. Master made it for me.
Cute
I
outfit.
like it too.
Yeah.
Huh? You know how to make clothes?
She's an inventor. What do you mean? She could probably make
I know how to
anything.
make clothes.
It's
With the support of the proper mechanism,
Bro.
sewing is hardly a challenge.
It's probably a fucking Iron Child suit. She's gonna fucking take off any minute.
Master, I brought in most of my stuff. There's a few boxes left, but they're kind of heavy, so I just left them outside.
Fret not. I shall help you move them into your room.
Actually, I should probably sort through my stuff a bit first. Everything's kind of messy right now, so maybe you could not look yet, Master.
Oh.
Yeah, that'd be great.
It appears my young apprentice has her own fair share of secrets.
Yeah.
No matter. Do what you must, child.
Bless. That's cute.
Now, this expert you mentioned. When can we expect their arrival?
If this isn't either Zhongli or the Jade guy, I don't want to know about it.
Soon. Ah, there he is. Here, allow me to make some introductions.
It is Zhongli!
This is Mr. Zhongli, a well-respected consultant at Wangshang Funeral Parlor and an expert in all manner of valuables and antiques.
My man.
Mr. Zhongli, this is Miss Xianyun.
Oh, he knows.
She's the one who's looking to sell the collection of valuables I mentioned earlier.
If it isn't Miss Xianyun.
Yes.
It has been quite some time since our last meeting. What a serendipitous reunion.
Indeed, most serendipitous. Have you been faring well as of late, Mr. Zhongli?
Quite well, thank you. I was fortunate enough over the past few days to enjoy both a stroll in the mountains and a fresh brew of tea from the most recent harvest. The experiences left me with such insight and peace.
Not surprised.
Huh. So you two are already acquainted?
Yeah.
Indeed. How fortunate we are that fate has brought us together again. If you are otherwise unaware, allow me to inform you that Miss Xianyun is a well-regarded collector and appraiser.
Yup.
She is well-versed in all fields, and oft-celebrated for her impeccable taste. You stand to gain much from this opportunity.
Professional yappers, all of them.
You are too kind, Mr. Zhongli. True collectors pride themselves on their wealth of knowledge and eye for detail. I can say without a doubt that you are foremost in that regard.
Well...
Why, you flatter me, Miss Xianyun. It would seem that you are as self-effacing as ever.
Not at all, Mr. Zhongli. Not at all.
I feel like we're barging in on something
While
here.
I am loath to butt into this conversation, I must ask, you two already knew each other, and you seem to have
Oh my
quite a cordial
God.
relationship.
I mean, I get it.
Can I be certain that you're not working together to swindle me? I mean, you never know.
Get a room? Nah, dude. They're not like that. I feel like that'd be weird considering the whole, you know, Guizhong situation. That'd just be weird.
Huh. A preposterous accusation. The heavens themselves would collapse before we would conspire to do such a thing.
Miss Xianyun speaks the truth. Contracts are built on honesty and trust. If that proves to be beyond your capabilities in this instance, this transaction may be taken elsewhere.
Say no more. Let us depart.
Interesting.
I jest. What fool would still harbor doubts after Mr. Zhongli himself has vouched for the goods?
Exactly.
Miss Xianyun, wait.
What?
I deeply apologize for doubting you. So, Mr. Zhongli, could you please give me a final verdict on the value of these items?
Wait, they're swindling him? I'm crying? No, they're not. The items are actually super valuable, I assume, since they are very, very old. It's just that he doesn't believe that she's had them for hundreds of years because she looks about fucking 25.
There is no cause for concern. They are indeed rare and
Yeah.
precious valuables.
They'll be worth a lot. There's
Take
no
this
swindling.
mechanism, for instance. Though one may not immediately perceive its purpose, its structure and appearance are exquisite enough to merit it a place in any fine home.
I wonder what...
The same can be said for this one here. You could hope to possess an item that so perfectly blends mechanical wonder with geometric grace.
I do wonder, though, what if someone bought one of the mechanisms, like, without knowing what it did and sold it on, and, like, what if it was, like, a self-destructing mechanism or something ridiculous, you know? Oh, God.
I am sure you have heard from your travels that the study of mechanisms is among the most wondrous arts in this world. With that in mind, I earnestly recommend procuring every last item in this collection.
It's like you get a bowl and it transforms into the motorbike that she had or something. You just never know with these things, dude.
All right. Since I hired you as my consultant, Mr. Zhongli, I shall, of course, trust your good opinion. Then, in that case, Miss Xianyun, I'll take the lot. However, since the final sum is quite large, how about we start with an initial deposit through the Northland Bank?
Oh, no.
The Northland Bank? Huh. Oh, you refer to the fiduciary house.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, very well.
I fear people only use the term bank nowadays. In that case, I'll be off for now. I'll return to collect the goods once you've received the funds.
Okay. I mean, that sounds like a good plan. Yeah, she's gonna be loaded, dude. She ain't gonna need to worry about money ever again. Snore, snore. Did you... Apologems, please.
My friends, have you been doing well?
We've been great. How about you? Paimon didn't know you were such a busy consultant.
My days have been quite pleasant as well. I had been quietly enjoying a cup of tea when Mr. Xiaozu requested my services.
Good on you. Tea
As
is
for
good.
you, Miss Xianyun, I presume you must be looking to settle in the city?
What is the kid doing?
I must say, the name Xianyun sounds exceedingly strange coming from you. Perhaps you could dispense of that particular epithet in further conversation.
Aw.
Whatever for. Am I not addressing you as a friend should?
Well, that is true, but... Alas, refer to me however you will. After all, a name exists such that others may address you with it.
True.
One is hardly ignorant of that fact.
It would seem that you have gained many valuable insights over the years, Cloud Retainer.
One has indeed. One's previous days were all brief. Now that one has made up one's mind to move and settle, one has gained a much better appreciation of the hubbub and commotion of the city, as well as the people's hard work and ardor.
Bro, I feel like in the final chapter of Genshin Impact, literally all the fucking gods and old people and fucking they're all just going to move to Liyue, and then this city is just going to become like Asgard.
This city is much changed from how it was more than 1,000 years ago.
Not unlike the ocean tides, so too shall the movement of people ebb and flow. From turmoil to peace, enlightenment to aspiration. Human society possesses limitless potential.
Mm-hmm.
In another 1,000 years, the scene we witness here may change in ways that are impossible for either of us to imagine.
That is true.
Alright, that's enough reflection for one day. No need to get all sentimental on us.
You make a valid point, Paimon. Now that the sale has concluded, what say one plays the host as we try some specialty dishes together?
Bamboo
One
shoot
must
soup.
profess great interest in trying bamboo shoot soup.
Hmm? Perhaps you have forgotten, Cloud Retainer.
Oh no.
But I once tried my hand at that dish. You were at the table on that occasion, so logic dictates that you should have already tried it.
Did she forget? Was it not good?
Oh? What occasion was this?
It was a reunion between friends several centuries ago. Alas, you must have been too preoccupied to secure yourself a portion. Or perhaps our other companions simply availed themselves of faster reflexes on that occasion.
Huh, hardly. 'Twas most certainly out of consideration for the others in attendance. In but a moment, one will show you what it means to have a true deftness of hand. It is settled then. Bamboo shoot soup, mora meat, crab roe tofu, triple layered consommé.
Jesus
We
Christ.
shall enjoy the lot.
Nice.
One has already passed word to Xianyun Ganyu to make a reservation. It is prime time for them to meet one's newest disciple. Is that agreeable to everyone?
Yo, bro, that kid is gonna have the best fucking training partners. Holy shit.
It should be a most splendid occasion.
Thank you so much, Cloud Retainer. No, call her Xianyun.
Xianyun,
Xianyun.
come now, it is time to dine. Ah, this gentleman over here is Mr. Zhang Li. He is,
A humble employee of Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. Pleased to make your acquaintance.
Nice to meet you too, Mr. Zhengli.
That should be everyone, right? Let's go!
Sounds good. Actually, Master, have you ever tried Adeptus' temptation? I heard it's impossible to stop eating after even just one bite. You know, 'cause it's super tempting and stuff. Is that true?
I always called it just Adeptus Temptation instead of Adeptus' Temptation. Now I feel like I've been lied to forever by myself and I fucking hate it.
That sounds rather implausible. Although with the right preparation, certain dishes can be too delicious to resist.
Huh? Why are you all walking so fast? Hey, wait for Paimon!
You can fly!
Hey, wait up!
Damn, that was a good quest. Holy shit, dude. Wait. Unsigned letter. What seems like a book of accounts, a letter can also be found inside. Little you, my dear daughter, by the time you read this, Mummy and Daddy will have already left to go on a long journey. Your granny may get a little forgetful sometimes, so try to jot down little reminders for her around the house whenever you can. Mummy and Daddy are counting on you to take care of Granny while we're gone. You might be wondering why Mummy and Daddy have to leave. Well, my dear daughter, in this world, everyone's got something that they just have to do. Your Mummy and Daddy are no different. Did you know Daddy was actually awfully sick as a child? How sick, you might ask? Well, even the doctor could barely feel Daddy's pulse. It was that weak. But he still managed to grow up. Looking back, there were many times when Daddy thought he might not make it. In the end, though, he pushed through every time. Pretty amazing if you think about it. Maybe he's just really lucky, or who knows, maybe he has some super powerful Adeptus looking out for him. Either way, he always felt like he's received a lot of love from this world. And you know what? Daddy loves the world right back. They told him that this mission would be super dangerous, but both Mummy and Daddy decided to sign up. You'll have grown quite a bit taller the next time Mummy and Daddy see you again. Maybe you'll be so big by then that Mummy and Daddy won't even recognize you. How about this? Let's use a code. Do you still remember that one phrase Daddy taught you when you were little? That can be our secret code the next time we see each other again. That way we'll recognize each other no matter what. You remember it, don't you? While the Millelith stands guard, evil shall never prevail.
Hey there.
What the? Oh, you live next door to Yinga? Oh, for fuck's sake. Damn, what a quest, dude. That quest was really fucking good. I actually really enjoyed that. I loved the cutscene, dude. I feel like the cutscene was way better than most story quests because it was actually to do more so with the Traveler than anything else. I'll tell you what it reminded me of. It reminded me of whatever the fuck the quest was, where Ning Wang at the end had a sit-down talk with the Traveler and we got to ask some pretty interesting questions. That kind of thing, I love. Like, sure, it was definitely about NPCs, but we got to learn a bit more about Cloud Retainer as well. We saw a lot of important characters. And then the end cutscene was to do with us and not just random people. Wait, people are saying you can go to meet the Granny Crane in Outsong? Holy shit! Is this the actual one? Does it have a green mohawk? Oh my god, it does. Can I talk to it? Oh, I actually can. The crane before you is gazing far into the distance. Who knows what she's thinking about right now and how well her cultivation training is going. Oh my god, it's actually the... So I can't kill it then? Damn, I would have felt like such a dick if I actually killed it. Holy...